So I've got the large hake here, 15 by 11 Fabriano Watercolour Paper, weighing £130. And I'm just using clean water just to give the paper a good soaking before I start with the sky, which once I'm happy that's all nice and wet, I'm going to take raw sienna and a bit of alizarin crimson and just sort of scatter that about the page. I'm going to go alizarin crimson, a touch of light red, a little bit more. This could be like a sort of evening type scene. Bit down the bottom. Always like to reflect what's up top down the bottom somewhere. Could be little bits of water or whatever, reflecting off bits of glass or whatever it may be. I didn't really need to clean the brush, but never mind. Alizarin crimson, raw sienna. This time a bit more raw sienna. Just trying to get plenty of variation up in the sky. Remember, I've got a couple of minutes before the paper starts to dry. I'm now going into ultramarine and light red, that sort of purpley colour. And coming over from the right hand side and just sweep that straight across. All the way down to the bottom. I can see that's just starting to dry now. That's where you can see I'm getting these hard edges. So before I do any more, so you can see how this is dry now. Get the hard edges. I didn't quite wet it quite enough. Never mind. I just want to get some darker clouds in before it completely dries. So I'm just going ultramarine and light red, maybe such a Payne's grey. Then just a few little and you can see how that's completely dry now. That's why I'm ending up with these RGs. But as long as I just keep it subtle, I should get away with it. But that'll do for that. Now I'm going to the same colours again. Light red, ultramarine, bit of Payne's grey. And then starting over on this side, I'm coming up might just use some clean water just to try and lighten that a bit. Put that in a bit too strong. Clean water, then just sort of bring it down to pretty much nothing at the bright base. To the right of that, I'll make it a little bit stronger. And this one's coming down there like so. And sort of it's across Payne's grey, ultramarine. And now we're going really strong on the right hand side, and I'm introducing some lemon yellow. You can just see a hint of green in this mountain side now. So right at the top, and I'm coming straight down, not dark enough. So I'm doing a bit more Payne's grey, lemon yellow, Payne's grey. A bit more grey, still not dark enough. And that's coming. right the way down there. But again, I might just clean the brush and just use clear water just to lighten it up down the bottom. Maybe a quick sweep across, get rid of all this water that's running everywhere. Then quick sweep across. And then before I do any more, I'm just going to pull this tight. See how the paper's stretched. You can do this before you start painting. You could just stick it in the sink and let the tap water run over it and do it that way if you want to, rather than, because that way it'll just stay flat then for the duration of the painting. You haven't got to keep refixing it. But I'm not used to doing it like this now. I'm stuck in my ways. So I'm just going to put a bit of colour over in the valley down here. Just dance it around a little bit. And then there's also another mountain over on the left hand side. So I'm going back into these dark colours again. And this one's a little bit lower, and it sort of comes across like so. And then just lighten the bottom of that again. So, now down in the valley, I'm just going to make sure it's dry. There's like a little, it's like a little church. It's steeple sticking up in the valley, so I use a 3/4 inch flat to put that on. So before I start, I just want to make sure it's dry. So I want to have sharp edges. So I do it while it's damp. I won't be able to get those sharp edges. So switching to the 3/4 inch flat, and then I'm just looking at ultramarine, fairly watery mix, ultramarine, a bit of burnt umber, just for a sort of bluey grey look, and then put the top of the church is about there. Comes down, and there's like a roof bit sort of comes down across. Now, I'm just going to clean the brush now. And that comes down something like that. There's some bits and pieces behind it. Can't really tell what they are. Give it a quick smudge. Clean the brush again, fairly dry. Just redefine those walls. And then by that, there's some trees, so I'm going lemon yellow, Payne's grey, and there's some big evergreen things along there. I'll just define them like that. I've rushed these somewhat, made a bit of a hash of it, to be honest with you. You know what I might do? I might just block them in, sorry. Block them in. Up and down. I don't want them all the same height, so I'm just going to sort of go up and down and up and down. And then a few little trunks there. And actually they go all the way over to the, these go all the way over. Let's go a bit lower now. All the way over to the right hand side. A few more little flicks. So easy to overdo this, which I normally do. And then raw sienna, ultramarine, and just a quick